Welcome back to the Outdoor Pursuit channel. Today we're out here at a little spot and we're going to do a little bit of foraging for some morel mushrooms. I have a good spot I left some at last time and they grew up a little bit. I think I'm going to pick them. So not going to be a long video, but we'll see what we can get into. I already have one in the bag, so let's keep going. So right here, well, first off, we got one in the bag. It's an older one. 4 of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick these. I don't typically use a knife, but I started seeing people do it, so whatever, follow the new trend. But there we go, that's what we're after. Those are okay size, I'll pick them, not much smaller, but I've let these grow for about a week, so we'll keep looking. So when you're looking for mushrooms, you're gonna want to look for decomposing logs, dead plants, organisms, everything. They feed off of that. And I just seen these two up here, and it's crazy once you find them. See, I have stepped on this at some point, but there's one back in there. There's one right there. There's one right there. So once you find a spot, you usually get into them, but they're mushrooms, they're plants, they do what they want, so there's no guarantee about anything. So the best practice is to just do what you know, kind of make up your own rules, own tricks, and you'll get good at it. So I'll go ahead and pick these. So again, not very far. We just picked them right here, walked over here, seen this little dead one, and then started looking around, and you start seeing them. Hopefully I don't step on any, but there's a funky looking one there. There's 2, 3 more. And I seen, yep, another decent one. And I'm sure there's more around. Yeah, I see another one way over there, so we'll go ahead and pick these. So I think I've picked that spot dry over there. I was just about 15 yards that way, came over here. Actually, I just spotted another one. But there's one, and here's a pretty one I wanted to show you. Here's a perfect example. I'm just gonna pinch this one. That's a perfect one. If we could let it grow, we would, but where I'm at, I'm definitely not gonna let this grow, so we're gonna go ahead and... So I'm actually quite a bit of ways now where I was. I was actually about that way, 200 yards. Looked down, seen this pretty dead one, picked it, and I'm actually looking around here. This head's been knocked off this one. See, here's a perfect example. I'm gonna leave some of them about that size, but stuff like this, I'm gonna go ahead and pick that. That's a nice one. It's been knocked over by something or died, or I think I'm gonna leave that one. And well, here's one right here I didn't see. And there's one right there. I mean, you start digging in and you really don't realize how many are around you until you start picking them, so I'll get back at it. So I'm hoping to beat all this rain. This is about how many I have now. We're doing pretty good out here. But I knew where these were. I've left these and picked the other ones from about a week ago. And here's some more right here. I'm gonna leave these, and hopefully I remember where they're at. This one had this one right here had this laying on it, so it's a little flat, but I like to see how tall they grow. I stay pretty busy during the week, and there's no way possible I could get out here in time to pick them, but I still like to watch them grow, and if somebody else comes along and pick them, well, so be it. It's a good meal, so we'll keep at it, and hopefully get into some bigger ones. If we beat the rain, I'm gonna go to another spot. I find them about the size of a 12-ounce pop. So finally, after about 45 minutes, we finally came upon our next patch. And as you can see, here's one here, there. But I wanted to show you a good example of decay and how the mushrooms actually feed, because as I actually just got down here, I'm looking around and I'm seeing a lot more, but it almost is as if the mushrooms kind of grow out with the trees. So I found these and I start looking around and I see this one, and then I seen this one, then I think there was a wacky looking one over here. Here's this one, and I want to show you this big gray that's in here. Trying to look around so I don't step on anything, but that's pretty nice size one, and I'm sure there's more around here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick these and show you the haul I get just from this one tree and see what we can come up with. As you can see, that came off this one tree right there, and there's still plenty more, but I'm gonna leave them in hopes that they get bigger. We'll see. Like I said, if someone else picks it, then they got a good meal. So I'm just sitting here looking around, taking a break, and I mean, I'm just seeing more everywhere. So we'll see what we can get into. Trying to beat the rain. Hopefully we can get to a couple more spots, but this is kind of the stuff I'm finding them right now. It's about April where I'm at, so yeah, let's keeping on. Okay, so here's the haul we got from the first spot. I didn't count it. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this into Walmart sack so we ain't walking around showing everybody, hey, look what we found over here. So gonna go ahead and do that now, and on to our next spot. So hopefully it's a good one. I ain't been there yet this year, so we'll see. So I wanted to show you this funky looking one. It's very tall, but actually it's a peckerhead, an old one. You can still eat the stem and stuff. But I'm looking around, I'm scanning, and I didn't see too many, but I did see one over here. So we're gonna sneak up on it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna look at this area, see if we can find any more, and see if we can get into a patch. But the second spot we're at really isn't looking too good, so just keeping on. So I just walked by this dead stuff, and I'm down here on this trail now walking up, and we know there's mushrooms in the area. So since this is a slope, this would be a good time. What I like to do is get down and head level, and you can actually look and sometimes see them sticking up out of the grass and out of the leaves. So I don't see any at this spot, but this does look like a good area from all the decay, but we'll keep on going. So I think our second spot's gonna turn out to do pretty good. There's one right here, not very healthy. Another one. And I see one right there hidden. You gotta look everywhere, guys. One right there, so I'll go ahead and pick these. So it's about 4:30. I think we started at about 1 o'clock. There's a bee in my truck, but we found about 20 or so in there. There's that big stem one, that's pretty neat. I also found a baby pheasant back. I find them all the time, never this small, and it cut like butter, so I figured, I don't know, I'd go ahead and cut it and keep it. If you don't know what a pheasant back is, do your research, and they're very good if you cook them right. So on to the next, I think. So I'm at my third spot, and for an hour it's been about a bus. This is very steep slope, as you can see, and I dug something over here. I had never seen it before. I thought it was wild garlic. It wasn't. I don't know what it was, and I almost stepped on this thing. So I'm gonna say this is a spot I know that has them very well, but I'm gonna say the leaves are covering most of them, because typically this spot doesn't have this many leaves. So I bet they're still around. They're just almost hidden like this one here. So I'll go ahead and pick that though. So I just finished up at my third spot. I've hunted the better half of the day. This third spot, this was the only one that I found. It was decent. this spot always holds really nice sized mushrooms, but this year the issue is there's a lot of leaves that haven't started decaying or breaking down, or blowing away to different areas, so they're going to be harder to find. And I hope later in the season some of those leaves will start to go away, and by then the mushrooms will be pretty big, so we'll have to get out here pretty early to beat people to them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's pretty fun to make. I've wanted to make one of these videos for a long time, so stay tuned. Maybe in a couple weeks we'll hit back out here, see if there's any we missed, and maybe find a couple more spots. But make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.